Okay, so do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
What do you want to know?
What's your trail name?
Well, my trail name's Mischief. My real name's Chris. I'm from Virginia. And, yeah, I'm an amputee, I guess.
Tell us about that, because that happened, you were already
just 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it happened November 28th, 2018. I slipped in a creek, and long story short, I got frostbite. And then in my right foot, you have to let frostbite kind of run its course before they can operate. My right foot ended up getting gangrene. And that's why it's so short.
Wow.
Yeah, but I have no toes, and then my right foot I have like that much.
Okay. So they actually cut off like half your foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like your arch is right here. It's like right there.
Wow.
And you were hiking on the Appalachian Trail at that point.
Yeah.
And it was in the winter?
Yeah, November 28th.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And how long, so you fell in the creek, and how long were you were passed out?
From about 9:30 until about 4 p.m.
And nobody came by at that time, I guess?
Nobody come by until 2 days later. 2 other subos caught up with me. Hunger and Rocket, this older gentleman and like 10 or 11-year-old little girl.
Oh.
Yeah. They're the ones that basically found me.
Wow.
Well, we're glad you're out here hiking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And tell us about your current trek.
It's called the Southeastern Serpentine Trail. Basically, you through hike the Foothills Trail westbound. Then you connect it to the Bartram Trail, which is 114 miles or 110 something.
Something like that, yeah.
You through hike it in Obo to where it ends at Chioa Ball on the Appalachian Trail. Then you hike, I think it's like 93 or 98 miles on the AT from Chioa Ball to Davenport Gap in the Smokies. So pretty much the whole Smoky section of the Appalachian Trail. And then you hop on the Benton Mackaye Trail and through hike it Sobo all the way back to Springer. It's 500 and I keep coming up with different numbers, but it's between 560 and 580.
Wow.
And I'm about 152, something like that, miles in. This is day 18, 19, something like that.
So it might get pretty cold by the time you...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I love winter.
Okay. Wow.
But the rain on the Foothills Trail kind of slowed me way, way down.
Yeah, that was rough. You had it
Because I was planning on doing it in 7 days, which I could have. But the rain I had so much trouble in the rain, and I had to take a 0 because of the rain, because all my gear got wet. It ended up taking me like 11 days, which is crazy.
Wow.
But now I'm on this, and my miles are going back up. So
Cool. You got some nice weather now.
For sure.
So
they changed from the foothills, that's for sure.
Yeah. On the Serpentine trip, you do the entirety of the Foothills Trail. Yep. Although you would have to backtrack a little bit, right? At the end.
Technically, there's a trail 8 miles. The way the Serpentine actually is, you take the Foothills Trail from Table Rock to Lit Log Campsite. And then you take the Chattooga River Trail 3 miles down to the Bartram Trail.
Okay.
Me, I hiked through the rain and everything for days and days and days. I wasn't stopping 8 miles from the end.
Right.
Without finishing it. So I figured that's 3 miles. This is 8 miles. It ain't no difference. So I finished it. And then one of my followers picked me up at Oconee and took me to Russell Ridge.
So you do for the Serpentine Trail, you do all of the Foothills Trail except for 8 miles.
Yeah.
And then you do the entirety of the Bartram.
Yeah.
And do a section on the AT, and then the entirety of the Benton Mackaye.
Yeah.
So you're getting three nice long trails in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that was my second time doing the Foothills Trail. So, yeah, done it twice so far, and then I'll through hike the Bartram and Benton Mackaye Trail.
So, what other trails have you through hiked?
Before my accident, the Arizona Trail, 2016, Ice Age Trail 2016.
Oh, a fellow Ice Ager.
PCT Sobo 2017, I skipped around 200 miles because of fires. Then 2018, Katahdin to Knockmall Branch Shelter on the AT. That's where I had
And
an
that's when
accident.
it happened.
And then last year I went from Georgia to PA, and I did the Iron Mountain Trail in Virginia in January. That's like 60 miles. Then I did the Foothills Trail in May, and now I'm doing this hike.
Wow.
And my plan after this is me and my buddy Mark that lives here in North Carolina, we're doing the Art Loeb Trail.
Oh.
That's going to be cold because it'll be in December. And then March 1st, the Sheltoy Trace, and then go back to PA and finish the AT next year.
Wow.
And not only are you carrying your gear, you're carrying about 3 pounds worth of camera equipment.
Yeah, my base weight's right now, because I don't have all my winter gear, I can handle down to about mid to low 20s with what I got. I'm sitting at about 13.8
Okay.
with the camera gear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
But once I get to Davenport Gap, I'm switching out a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And I'm getting my like full-on winter kit. Because I'm
And
expecting like temps pretty cold.
Yeah.
By the time I get about halfway through, well, pretty much all the Benton Mackaye Trail. Because I should be hitting it November 1st. That's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I should be done about I'm planning like 35 days, something like that. It's 282 miles, but it's a tough trail. Like a lot of steep up and
Right.
down. So if it was like the Foothills Trail or something like that for 289 miles, I could go do it in like 20 days. But the on this hike they saved like the hardest and the longest stretch for last. But that's a good thing because I got like my halfway point is 2 miles into the Benton Mackaye Trail. So by then I should have my trail legs be in shape and I should be able to handle the Benton Mackaye.
yeah, we've heard it's really hard.
That's why I didn't start at Springer. I started at Table Rock.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah.
Because I
So,
was basically coming off the couch when I started.
oh wow.
So,
what do you do when you're not through hiking?
photographer.
Oh,
I take pictures and I sell prints, calendars, and I do like portraits and all kinds of stuff.
okay.
Your landscape photography and the waterfalls are absolutely
Yeah,
stunning.
very beautiful.
And you document your trails on YouTube as well. What's your channel?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Mischief on the Trail.
Mischief on the Trail.
Mischief, one word, and then on the trail the rest.
Okay. Goal is going forward. How many trails you want to hike?
Oh, it's 40 trails, 26,000 miles. It's all the national scenic trails.
Try 11.
And then like 28 or 29 other trails. They range from the biggest one, the North Country Trail, 4,400 miles, down to 30 miles, which is the Art Loeb Trail.
Wow.
But most of them's between 100 and 2,000.
And you want to get that done by what age?
62.
62.
And how old are you now?
34.
Wow.
I have to do, if
Those
I can
are-
do 800 miles a year, I'll basically be able to do it.
Right on.
Wow.
But I want to get the harder ones done first. That way I can save the easier ones whenever I can barely.
Those are goals. Those are some crazy goals.
Yeah.
And can you tell us how you got your trail name?
Sounds like
No.
an interesting one.
Well, basically, 2017. I was doing a little section around Bland, Virginia. And I met up with some people that was through hiking. And we got right there at Brushy Mountain Outpost. I'm from around in that area, and I know there's a really good view right through there. They cut the trees and stuff down now, so it's wide open, but it wasn't then. And we went to that viewpoint, and I said I was going to climb up the tree to get pictures. Now, remember, we're only like half a mile from the road there, and people, they hike that area a lot. Well, I climbed up that tree to take a picture and everything, and while I was coming down, this older gentleman and this little bitty girl, she had to be 8, 9, I mean, she was little. He come walking up through there. I was coming down right after they passed under me. The branch I was on broke.
Oh.
It didn't fall, but I fell. Went right on my butt. Fell like probably 8 foot, 10 foot down. That guy turned around, picked up the girl, ran screaming, bear, bear, bear. And then he turned around and see me sitting there and he said, effing kids these days. Effing kids and their mischief these days. And after that, dude just got mad as hell. He thought I had jumped out of the tree trying to scare him.
Oh, man.
They weren't even worried about me sitting there falling out of the tree. But then the people I was with after that guy walked down, they said, you realize you just got your trail name.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So everybody, when they hear my trail name, they think I'm trouble or something like that. No, just somebody thought I was a bear coming down the tree.
All right, well.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good.
Okay.
It was great having you here.
Yeah,
It was
really nice
awesome
to meet
finally
you and
meeting
have you.
I've been trying to come here for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, since last year, and then earlier this year, and then earlier again this year, and now this year.
Wow.
Every time I've been around, because I like in the summer for some reason, instead of like the normal AT hikers, y'all always, first y'all was on the Colorado Trail,
Oh.
then you was on the Bartram Trail, and then I almost missed you again because you was on the Ice Edge Trail.
We got to hike too, you know.
Oh, yeah, for
But
sure.
third time's the charm. We're glad you're here.